WrestleTalk!
Be kind to each other in the comments.
Hey, all you cool cats and predictions, kidding. It's whoa, WrestleJamia. And we are getting ready for WrestleMania 37 with our big predictions. Davis, you all right?
By the way,
Davis, the mic arm's fallen off.
The way you're leaning, does it look like anyone else? The way he's leaning, that's his leg, and that's his back at the top.
What has happened?
Mania season, baby.
The mic arm literally fell off as we went live.
I'm back.
I am Luca, and I will be your compere for this evening. I'm, of course, joined by Randy, Andy Datson, Adam Blompier, Ollie Davis, Mr. Davis, if you will, and your reigning, defending Jam That Champion, the undisputed Jam That Champion. Yeah, and I know what you're thinking. WrestleMania may have Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon. It may have big matches like Drew versus Bobby Lashley. It may have big matches like a tag team turmoil match, but WrestleJamia has got the actual big money matches, such as Laurie Blake versus Andy Datson for the Jam That Championship on night 1 of WrestleJamia. And the winner of that match on night 2 will then go on to face Adam the Blompier for the Jam That Championship. It is the Jamp versus the Blamp. And I know you're all here because that's not the only match that's happening. It will also be the hair versus points match. Me versus Mr. Davis in a points versus hair match. Right, well.
Marty, we gotta go back, Marty.
It's about your points, Marty. It's be about your points.
Right, well, shall we get to it then, gentlemen? Because we've got some predictions.
Yeah, or shall I say the hair on the line, the hairline match? You might want to change a little bit of the stipulations there, because I've been teasing all week. I've had a jam plan, the jammiest jam plan of all time. And I think that I've got all the power here. I can make it what I need it to be. So it's not just going to be my hair versus your points, Luke. It's going to be about whether all of these ingrate fans can raise £10,000 for charity, which I don't think they can do. They've never raised past £7,000.
Hold on. You think that our wonderful SWAF Nation, the best wrestling audience on the planet, couldn't raise money for charity? No, they're the best fans around. You're putting all of this, you're putting your entire hairline on the hairline around a charity donation stream with the most giving audience on the planet.
They're not. They're cheapskates. They're cheapskates, Luke. They're not going to do it. That's why this hair isn't going anywhere. On Sunday night, this Sunday, 11 p.m. Eastern, whatever the crap it is, at WrestleMania Night 2, this hair is staying on my head. Because you're not going to raise £10,000 for Calm.
Right,
mental health charity.
The mental health charity, the challenge has been laid down. Producer Rich, can you update all the graphics now, please? Moderators, can you spam the chat with the Just Giving link? Let's raise £10,000 for the mental health charity Calm, and let's shave Davis's head. Prove him wrong.
Whoa, man. That was crazy.
Andy said it best. It was crazy. Right, well, let's get down to brass tacks. Oh, woo. Let's get down to brass tacks, gentlemen. It is Blake versus Datson for the Jam That Championship. And we are kicking things off night 1 with the tag team turmoil match of Naomi and Lana versus Mandy Rose and the other one versus the Riot Squad versus Natalya and Tamina. Also, perhaps with TBD. But yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's go to the challenger first. Andy Datson. Who do you think is walking out of this match on night 1 the winner?
So originally, in my head, I was thinking, well, I could, because I think that either there's going to be a surprise team, or there's going to be a pre-announced team maybe on SmackDown, depending on what happens with Carmella and whoever the other one is, Billie Kay. And then I thought maybe the Bellas would be returning because they've obviously just done their Hall of Fame stuff. But I kind of actually want to win because that means I can watch night 2 with everyone. So I'm going to go with Naomi and Lana because I think that's the story they're playing, because that's the one that makes the most sense, sort of.
So Naomi and Lana is the pick from Datson. Reigning champion Laurie Blake, what say you?
Mate, bullies never prosper. Bullies never prosper. It's time for Nia and Shayna to get their comeuppance for making Lana stand on the steps that time for a whole match, for a whole thing. She stood there, didn't she? Naughty, bad. So Naomi and Lana are going to win this so they can go on to face the champs at night 2.
Adam, I know your points. You don't really have much of a race in night 1's game, but what are your thoughts on the match?
That's true. I will point out that, last year at WrestleMania 36, we did predictions.
Are you going to bring up the Braun thing?
We're going to bring up the fact that I was the only person who predicted that Braun Strowman would walk out Universal Champion, and he bloody did. Not only that, night 1, I completely spaffed my predictions up the wall. On night 2, the night that I am currently wrestling at this Jamia, I'm predicting at this Jamia, last night 2 of WrestleMania 36, I predicted literally every single match right. 1 year ago to the day, or maybe not to the day, I haven't checked the actual date. It's not, it's past. Yeah. 1 year ago, I predicted a perfect card. 1 year later, I will become Adam Jampier. You have heard it here first. Lana, Naomi, please.
What have you done this week, though?
I did my hair.
Yeah, you've done your hair.
I did my hair. I got my hair.
Last month, I predicted Fastlane perfectly, so up yours.
I'll see you on night 2 then. Apparently.
I'll see you on night 2.
Yeah, I'll see you on night 2.
I'll see you on night 2.
I'll see you on
we'll
night
talk
2.
about this in the car.
Can I might be there.
Well, okay. I mean, these guys
fire promos from all 3.
Fire.
Let's get on with the next match that we've currently got on the card here. It is Cesaro versus Seth Rollins and his suits. Which one? Who are you
Cesaro wearing?
Cesaro. It's his gear.
Lycra.
Yeah. Champion, I'm coming to you first. What do you say about Cesaro versus Rollins?
I think one potential match of the night candidate right here. Lovely to see Cesaro get a singles match on WrestleMania. Unfortunately, I think that's the prize for him, getting the singles match to have a lovely loss to Seth Rollins, because Seth Rollins is going to win this.
Seth Rollins to win. Andy, what say you?
So I checked just before we went live on air who was top of Wrestle League for the fans, and it was a guy called Oliver Drake. So I messaged him on Twitter, and he thinks that Cesaro is going to win. So I am going to be going for Cesaro. I think because of the way that Seth has beaten both Cesaro. No, he beat Shinsuke Nakamura very tightly a couple of times. And they have been pushing Cesaro. And I think Daniel Bryan is getting a lot of kind of sway backstage. And I think he's the one pushing Cesaro. So I actually think Cesaro is winning this one. And then he'll get a 1 month push and then have a good showing at Money in the Bank.
There's a question in from the chat who just says, is this cheating? Because
no, it's using tactics.
Outsourcing your
it's
questions.
Tactics.
Like Dangora.
These aren't your predictions, yeah.
I mean, I tell you what, why don't you get your thoughts in? It's wrestletalk.com/support. Let us know what you think. And also, if you're clicking links, you can click that Just Giving one. And you can also click bit52.com/. I'm going to turn that my address on it. bit52.com/WrestleTalk. Ollie Davis, you've got a beer right there. Do you want to open it up and sample it?
Well, I'm also just getting a message from the beer. But what's that? Beer 52 are going to give a year free subscription to one of the people who's donating.
Oh, man.
Everyone who's donating more than £20 or more gets entered into a prize draw to win that UK viewers only. I a sample, though. I'll have a taste.
It's like eating itself, this stream. So
I really want to win that
itself
prize.
from the inside out.
I just
Which one have you got there?
Delicious.
I love beer.
Thanks, Datson.
I want to win it.
Coriander.
That looks like it was sold at IKEA.
Ooh, Wits beer, very nice.
IKEA's very
I was gonna
trendy, Andy.
No, but the label looks like it would be from IKEA.
The Flashblad.
Anyway, beer52.com/WrestleTalk. Get involved, UK viewers, because we've got another match that's coming up. And that match is it's the match we're all excited for.
This
Choo
feud.
choo. It's
sucks.
Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon. Choo choo indeed. Davis, obviously, we're not really doing any predictions on this stream because you've changed the rules, but you've got very strong feelings about this match, haven't you?
Have I? What, that I don't want to see it? That I feel like whoever wins, I'm the loser? I don't think Shane McMahon's going to stick around. So I would just say Braun wins via choo-choo. Through a steel cage? Can the choo-choo go... Braun's going to charge Shane through the cage wall and Shane's going to win because he falls out onto the... Shane McMahon.
I mean, Andy Datson, I believe you had messaged me in the week to say that was going to be your prediction, was it not?
I didn't, but that is my prediction. I know if you keep using some kind of telekinesis. I actually checked Wrestle League before this, and I checked who was second, and that's Jobber JJ. So I messaged him on Twitter, and he thinks that Shane is going to win. I don't know whether it's me charging through. I think Shane's going over the top, being thrown over the top. Braun doesn't care about winning; he cares about beating up Shane. So I think Shane's going through a table.
You're picking Shane McMahon
therefore
to
winning.
Well, Jobber JJ says, hello, lads. Rooting for Datson in predictions. He's a great guy and national treasure. Jam that jam. Love you all. Thank you for the hard work. The Poet's Poet says, Alina Lopez approves as Andy's rendition of Carmella's Fabulous with lots of
I'm
kisses
sure
and lots
she does.
But Laurie Blake, I'm going to come to you because you are our reigning Jam That Champion. Who have you picked out of Shane and Braun?
You can't cage a train. Braun Strowman is going to be the one winning this match. I think that Shane McMahon is going to climb up to the top of the cage, think about climbing outside, turn around and jump back in, thus doing something stupid, the thing that he has been riding Braun Strowman very hard for being for ages, and that gives Braun the opportunity to win the match. Or Braun does a charge and Shane gets out of the way because he's very smart, but Braun goes through the cage and wins the match by smashing the cage to bits. Choo choo.
Adam, what about you?
Mother
What do you
effers.
say? Choo choo.
Well, first of all, just to clarify my stance on Seth and Cesaro, never bet against the drip. I'm going for latex Christ Daddy Sethanual Rollins, please. And I think, WWE have put over hot youngster Shane McMahon enough. So I'm going to go with Braun Strowman, if that's a hot take. Braun Strowman, please, because otherwise God is dead.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's. I can say we have raised our 1% of our target. £174 has already been raised, Mr. Davis. We are basically there. So get ready with
That's
those
almost 2%.
slippers. Thank you, Quick Maths Datson. Right, up next on the card. Oh, this was a match that genuinely was my most anticipated match, and WWE have done everything they possibly can to make me not care about it. It's the New Day versus AJ and Omos. Omos's in-ring debut, even though he's already had a couple of matches on Raw, just as a ninja. Champion, I'm coming to you first. What say you?
Omos, he's very tall. So I imagine for months now, people have been holding back Vince from putting every single title belt on him already. So I think it is a case of this is finally going to happen and he's going to get the belt. That is it. I think AJ and Omos are going to win. I can see them having a falling out, and I can see that playing into the storyline, but I just think they like to do, can the tag team champions coexist? And this is a story tailor-made for them not coexisting.
Andy Datson, what say you?
Yeah, I wait. Who did you go for, Laurie?
AJ and Omos.
Okay.
Were you not listening?
You even playing? Do you even want
Said
the
it.
champion? Do you even want this, Andy
Fine.
Datson? What are you bloody playing at, mate?
I need to take my meds. I haven't taken them yet.
You win a jamble to get this opportunity, and then you're just spaffing up the wall, asking people on Twitter what they think. Bloody take it seriously, mate.
He's got a point.
When Laurie Blake is the one telling you you're not taking it seriously, how far you've fallen.
This isn't Quizzlemania.
Sorry, I'm tired. I need to use some energy cards to get some energy back.
Andy, your
Are they
prediction.
there
please.
as a prop?
No, they are actually.
Just got them nearby.
I am going for AJ and Omos. I think Omos is going to get the Carly treatment where he kind of walks in and does like a chop and then a power bomb, and that's going to be his involvement in the match. AJ will do pretty much all of the work, and then Omos is going to come in and boop someone on the head and win. So
I
that
agree
is
with-
what I think.
I agree with Datson on this, and I think in a couple of years' time, Omos is going to have a promo and a feud where he talks about how he was bullied at school, and it will probably lead to a match with Shane McMahon at some point, probably at WrestleMania. Adam, just for completion's sake, what are you saying?
AJ Styles hitting the phenomenal forearm off the shoulders of Omos for the win, please.
Oh, I like it.
Ultimate move.
It is good. You know what else I like, Adam?
My hair?
Bit52.com/WrestleTalk is what I like. Drop my magazine on the floor. Made
I
of
like having snacks when I have beer.
Oh, really, Andy? Because
Yeah.
they come with snacks. Look at these. Cheeky
Wow.
peas. Kicking curry chickpeas. Cannot wait for them.
That's so cheeky.
And new squeezy cheeky peas.
Can't wait for it. Right, okay, up next. It is the big celebrity match. It is Damien Priest and Bad Bunny versus actual celebrity Miz and John Morrison. Andy, what say you in this match?
Yeah, who'd you ask on Twitter this time?
Bad Bunny.
Thankfully, to be honest, I had my predictions already, and then I just asked. However, I think Bad Bunny and Damien Priest are going to win this. Bad Bunny will have a move or two. He'll take a bump. He'll do a dive, as they all celebrities do, and then Damien Priest is going to hit whatever his move is now called and pin probably the greatest world champion of the year, The Miz, to win the match. So yeah, I think, and then because then you can have, I don't know, Bad Bunny do a rap performance after the match. Maybe Booker T can come down and stand in the middle of the ring, and he can dance around him.
I believe the move is called Hit the Lights. If that does interest you. But obviously, I mean, you've missed the key trick here, Andy, which is that Damien Priest will be the person who's worked over for all of the match to build
to the
hot
tag. And they'll do like those really weak clotheslines that all celebrities do. Yeah.
Oh, I really hope they call it the hop tag because he's a bunny.
That's true.
I mean, he's got a high
so it doesn't hop.
There's a high benchmark for celebrities at WrestleMania because, you know, Snooki was amazing. And I don't know if Bad Bunny's going to be as good as Snooki was.
Do you reckon he'll drive out in his washed Bugatti or is the damage too bad?
Oh, they destroyed it. They destroyed
Get that paint off, mate. What are you talking
That's
about?
true.
That's gone forever. May as well just take it to the scrapyard now. Not going to the scrapyard, though.
The tube of the car.
Not going to the scrapyard is Laurie Blake because he's the champion and he's going to make a prediction right now.
That makes no sense, but here's my prediction. I'm going with Bad Bunny and the other big demo, Damien Priest. And I think the only time this was ever up in the air as to whether Bad Bunny was going to win was when it was potentially a singles match while they were waiting for Morrison and Priest to get cleared. Now that they're cleared, Bunny and Priest all the way.
Sadie6969 says, hello, you lovely boys. Can't believe Ollie's mic stand couldn't handle the pure electric power of the worst built WrestleMania ever. Ollie, you're looking more like Father Jack from Father Ted every day. Hashtag smooth Ollie has a small peen. Hashtag FTF. Hashtag gimme that OFE shirt, Ollie.
OFE?
Yeah. That's
what would that
Sean's
be?
gimmick.
Flip everyone.
Yeah.
Charlie B says hashtag bald Ollie. And Ken Ford said, why does Andy's pick look like Lars Sullivan? Depends on which Lars Sullivan you're talking about. Anyway, next up on the predictions screen, it is Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair, night one for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Well, it's a champions match. Let's go to the champion. Laurie Blake, what say you?
Luke,
Give me Bianca Belair. Oh, yeah, go on, Adam. What do you want for the last one?
What? Luke?
Adam, your points don't count for night one. You're literally just here to be window dressing currently.
And what window dressing I am? I'm the draw, mate. You will afford me the opportunity to speak. Bad priest.
We're a chest and he's the draw.
Bad priest.
Bad
so you could update the graphics.
Priest bunny priest.
Right. Anyway, are you done now, Adam?
I'm never done.
Did you blow up Mr. Davis?
How can you even blow someone up? I don't. What?
He's got a point.
Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair, coming back to the champion. Laurie Blake, what say you?
I would like Bianca Belair, please, because I just think it's a good shout. I just want it.
I mean,
there's no other reason behind it. I think everything they've done with this since she won the Rumble has made me less interested in this match that I should really, really be interested in. And so I just think Bianca Belair. I think they've been waiting for WrestleMania for a big reset on a lot of stuff. They haven't necessarily built it to reset it, but they just are going to do it. So I think this is one of those things where this is just a reset for the division. Done.
Adam, what say you?
Thanks, Luke. I really appreciate it.
Welcome,
it's
mate.
nice to be considered. Obviously, I don't know why you've come to me because my points don't matter on that. I'm only
you are window dressing.
Yeah,
it's true.
Although obviously last year I did complete. I predicted night 2 flawlessly from top to bottom. I'm going for Bianca Belair, please, because like Laurie, I think yes, it's nice, isn't it? I mean, Sasha's a star. Let's make Bianca a star. That just makes more sense, doesn't it?
Andrew Datson.
Well, given that the only reason I'm here is because Bianca Belair won the Royal Rumble, I can't bet against my girl Bianca, and the utterly pitiful build that they've had to this on SmackDown has made me think that they've just really lazily turned Sasha Banks heel so that they can have Bianca win. And I guess that creates a new star on SmackDown. So I have to go with her.
Ollie Davis, do you have any thoughts about this match?
Well, this will spoil my predictions for everything. But remember a couple of years ago when I said Raw's going to win every single match at Survivor Series?
Yeah.
I think every single title is going to change hands. So Belair wins.
I think you might be onto something. I've actually got down in my predictions that all titles are changing hands. So yeah, I can totally see it happening. Right. Well, we've got one more match from night one, and that match is Bobby Lashley. Bubbles Lashley, the WWE champion, versus former champion Drew McIntyre. It's a championship match. I'm coming to the champion first. Laurie Blake, what say you?
I am going to go with. I think that a few times for the last year, they've taken the title off Drew to put it back on him at a point where they were like, cool, let's get a big pop. I think this could be that moment, but I don't want it to be that moment. So much so that I am going to go for Bobby Lashley. Because I think Bobby Lashley is far more interesting with the belt. They've just broken up the Hurt Business for this reason.
He's flushed his title. He's flushed his title, lads. Go on, champion.
Retention. I mean, Andy, what say you?
Bobby, no. I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre to win the belt, which means that there cannot be a draw on Saturday because there are now 3 different predictions. I can 100% see WWE looking at Twitter going, oh, crap, we shouldn't have broken up the Hurt Business. And then then Cedric and Shelton run in and try and interfere, but Drew beats them both up and also beats up Lashley. There's going to be a spot where Lashley's got the master lock in. I know it's called the Hurt Lock, but it's still the master lock to me. And it'll look like he'll do that floppy arm thing when he goes 1, 2, and then Drew will power out, and the shtick. I think Drew has to win. I think finishing night 1 of WrestleMania with a massive crowd pop is what they want. So that's what I'm going to go for.
I mean, we need to get thoughts from the draw of this stream. Mr. Davis, what do you think?
Yeah, I think Drew wins it. That's what they've all been going for. There's a lot of transitional champions on this card. The New Day, transitional champions. Bobby Lashley, transitional champion.
All
it's just to get it
business
onto
as well.
Drew. Yeah. So, yeah, I go for Drew. But I could see... I don't... No. No, there's no world where WWE keep it on Bobby. They've reverse engineered his entire cool character to stop him from getting booed.
Adam, I suppose we could ask you, what do you think?
Oh, Drew, please. Yeah, I agree. I almost went for Bobby being just like this whole Hurt Business thing's a fake out, and the Hurt Business will reunite at WrestleMania. Almost went for that. But no, I just think they just see the future in Drew, and so they just want to put Drew over and give him a big WrestleMania moment. I think Bobby Lashley's had a lovely little run, but I don't think they put much future stock in him, and I think it's Drew's time again.
Well, there you go. That is night 1 of WrestleMania. Let's hear some of your hyperchats. While you're hearing these hyperchats, when you head on over to the Just Giving page that the moderators are putting it into the chat, and also... Oh, God, there's so many beers. It's so heavy to lift. Beer52.com/WrestleTalk. Get yourself a free case of craft beer on us here. Are you
I love snacks and beer. I just really like reading pamphlets when I'm drinking.
Do you know what I love?
Snacks.
I love laptop fans that whir really loudly.
It's so loud, isn't it?
I'll sit over here. I'm going to sit back here.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah. Producer Rich thought there was a washing machine on. So your chats as well. Charlie BD
looks like a little old man at a bus stop.
He could be the champion on night 2.
Show some respect.
I will
Show
be
some
now.
respect. He's crowdsourced his answers.
Charlie BD says, #Bald Ollie. The Jam 1 Bald Ollie says, Andy is the king of punishment videos. I say Shane wins by sweating out of his shirt again at the top of the cage like he did with The Miz. What else happened in that match, Adam? This was my favorite spot. There was a rope break in that. The Miz had a submission, and there was a rope break spot.
God damn.
What if Miz gets so sweaty he can go through the links of the chain?
Oh God! Like toothpaste through the chain.
Like a mouse can compress its skeleton.
It's
like the
the,
Alien through at the end of Alien.
I was going to say like that lad from X-Men, where he just starts like melting his way through things.
It'd be like a green shell in Mario, where he just keeps bouncing around the ring.
Lewis says, hey guys, I'll donate £20 if Andy invites me to his next fabulous singing rehearsals. Also, big thank you to Adam and Andy for helping out with something earlier, keeping it hush-hush, but it made my day. So thank you, Jam That Jam. Peter Mullen said, I can't believe that Strowman was murdered in a swamp 9 months ago. That was it was within this year. 9 months later, they birthed a train. It all makes perfect sense. #Omos to Min with a 6:30 shooting star press. Seth Morgan said, hello, WrestleTalk crew. Sorry, I've been gone for a while. Oh, my grandmother unfortunately passed away. I'm very sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear that.
You've all kept me happy these past 2 weeks. Sincerely, thank you for being my favorite YouTube channel. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Bacon Rasher said, hi, lads. Remember when KO came to the main roster to get in Cena's face? He hasn't been that level of badass for a while. Had to put my shades on. Damn that peroxide bland plate. Speaking of bland plate, hi, Spluke and fork Mr. Davis. Peter Mullen says, Luke versus Miss Davis is the feud I'm most invested in at this year's Mania. As a man who is also losing his power, I'm Team Davis. How could you target his power, Luke? The last thing we need is smooth Davis running around with a Kurt Angle wig headgear combo. Strong thoughts from everyone in the chat there. Are you ready for night 2 of predictions? Because it will be the champ versus the blamp. Either Andy or Laurie, who walks out the night 1 as the champion, will be taking on Adam, the potential champion. And your first match you're going to be predicting is Riddle versus Sheamus for the United States champion. Adam, what say you?
As much as I want Sheamus to bring the US Championship back to the Peaky Blinders where it belongs, I think Riddle's keeping it. I'm really looking forward to this match. I think they're going to kick 7 bells out of each other. But I think Riddle's going to keep it. Sheamus has done brilliant work, but I do think you have to stick with a championship reign occasionally. And I think they'll let Riddle keep it. At least for a little bit.
What do you think Sheamus's AR is going to be?
His AR?
Hats.
There'll
be like loads of hats. There'll be just loads of hats that
spacing.
follow him down to the ring.
Riddle's got the birds, and Sheamus has got lots of hats flying out of him.
Braces, just huge braces.
I stand by those bird things. Makes no sense. It should be scooters. He should just kick out loads of scooters from his feet.
Why isn't it loads of flip-flops? Like,
yeah.
what were you even doing?
His gimmick is
flip-flops.
No, it was flip-flops. It's now scooters. He goes vroom on it. Champion, what say you?
I'm going to go with Sheamus in this. I think Sheamus has done good work recently. I think they're quite high on Sheamus. I think Riddle wasn't meant to be the US champion. I think Keith Lee was probably meant to pick up the win over Bobby Lashley by pinning Riddle, obviously. But I think they switched it around when Keith Lee wasn't able to compete. So I think they might just go, let's put it on Sheamus, give him something to do. He's done so well recently. It's a good excuse to put him on pay-per-views.
Potential night 1 winner, what say you?
That is exactly what I was going to say. My reasoning. I think Riddle was never supposed to win the belt. I think this sets up Sheamus for a feud with a returning Keith Lee on Monday night in a big Hoss feud.
Davis, any thoughts on this match?
Yeah, I think, it's a title match, so it's going to change hands. I'll have Sheamus winning, please. Hopefully, so we can get a great run of TV title matches out of the guy, because his in-ring work's been fantastic. I love the idea about Keith Lee coming back and challenging him right away, but that does make it 2 transitional champions in a row to get the belt off Bobby to Keith Lee. Yeah,
the only one. Yeah. I was the only one. I am undefeated in night 2 WrestleMania predictions, and it will happen again. Just you mark my words, bro.
Right. Well, speaking of excellent in-ring work, this should be a bit of a banger, even though Logan Paul is there. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn is on night 2 of WrestleMania. Champion, I'm going to come to you first on this one, please.
I have gone for Kevin Owens. I think Mr. Paul has a change of heart midway through. Realizes he's put his lot in with the he's put his lot in with the wrong crowd, going in as a Sami Zayn special guest, and helps Owens pick up the win.
Adam, what about you?
Yeah, I'm betting on the hamster 2. I think that, it's great that we've got Logan Paul in the middle of this. That's what this feud was crying out for, a YouTuber. I think that Logan Paul is going to get in, something's going to happen. Like, he's going to accidentally trip Sami. Sami's going to do a big hissy fit, and Logan will clock him because, boxing. And I think KO will absolutely, stunner. Famous boxer at ringside. It's like WrestleMania 14 all over again, but better because it's Logan Paul.
I guarantee you, Michael Cole will say, "I'm having flashbacks to WrestleMania 14" when all of that does happen. And just to ask, are you did I sense a sense of bitterness there because WWE didn't ask you as a famous YouTuber to be part of this match, given that you have about the same amount of Twitter followers and Instagram Instas and YouTube subscribers, roughly speaking.
I just hate all YouTubers.
Adam would never use his fame to get into the ring. He wouldn't do that.
It's not in his character.
No.
Well, Andy, what about you? What do you think of this match?
Yeah, it's the same, isn't it? It's just Logan Paul is going to punch Sami Zayn into a stunner, and that's probably going to be it. I wish he wasn't there. But hey, when I suggested that Hulk Hogan now has a rival for the biggest dickhead at WrestleMania. A lot of people commented saying, "Oh, actually, Logan Paul's really matured in the last year." So, and because of that,
since you filmed that dead body in the
I think
forest.
he does. Yeah, exactly. So, because of that, I think he deserves to win via Kevin Owens.
Someone has suggested in the chat that Logan Paul is going to cost Kevin Owens to set up Paul versus Owens at WrestleMania 38 for the WWE Championship. In fact, there it is. There's the comment right there.
I wish he hadn't said that.
Oh, that's
KSI,
By the way,
special guest referee.
Is my mic better now that I'm
You're a
sitting
bit
nowhere?
close to the camera. Could you mind backing up?
I can't, otherwise I'll pull my headphones off. I can go sit in
Ollie,
another room.
Ollie, you were a man who Ring of Honor essentially saved your wrestling fandom off the back of Kevin Steen. And I mean, granted, it was El Generico and Sami Zayn's a
Different
very
guy.
different person, very different person. But do you have like some strong feelings about this match?
No, and that's quite a damnation of this, that they can just wheel out an Owens versus Sami match at WrestleMania. And it's just like, oh yeah, because we've got a thing, you know. It's there's no, there's of course there's all the context and history behind them, but I don't think that's the reason for this match. The reason for this match is the celebrity involvement, and that makes me utterly sad. It'll be a great in-ring match because they can't have anything but yeah. Sad about the circumstances.
It's always a shame when a company just grabs a best frenemy angle that's run its course from the previous year and just whacks it in the middle of a WrestleMania feud that's actually nothing to do with them, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the worst, isn't
You
it?
hate it when that happens.
Absolutely.
Which one of Owens and Zayn do you think is going to shave?
I hope Zayn. He looks. I feel like I can smell him through the screen at this point.
I think he looks awesome. Speaking of looking awesome, we have got Big E versus Apollo Crews for the Intercontinental Championship. I'm such a mark. I keep going to call him Uha Nation. Such a mark. It's a championship match. Come to the champion first. Laurie Blake, what say you?
To echo Adam's point about the US title, sometimes you just got to have a champion be a champion for a while. Big E, please.
Oh. I mean, but like
they can't go with all the new hotness. They can't go with all the new hotness, guys. They've got to
go at least with one of them. Like they've already buried Carmella.
No, I just think this is the redo from the flub at Fastlane, and I just think they're probably going to continue whatever angle they were intending to do at the end of that, and it's just going to be Big E again, and Apollo Crews get a chance again later. It's very cynical. It's a very cynical pick. I want Apollo to win, but I'm going with Big E.
Do you know what? Now that Laurie has said it, I'm like, oh yeah, I suppose they could just do a rematch at Money in the Bank and just do the title change there.
Luke, come on.
I mean, Adam, based on your reaction, I'm guessing that you're not picking Big E to retain.
No, I'm not. This is Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre all over again. Just when you think it's not going to happen, it will happen. It's a Nigerian drum match. I don't know what that means, but it's Apollo Crews' hot new gimmick. I actually think it's the best he's looked in years. Well, it's the most he's looked in years. He hasn't been around, like he's not been on TV. Like he's lost literally 4 or 5 times in a row. He's got to win here. He's got to.
Do you think it'll be like a Symphony of Destruction match with lots of drums around the ring and just people going through drums?
Yeah, that's exactly what I imagine it is. A bit like Donkey Konga, that drum game that was on the GameCube, was it?
And I reckon
actual
go through drums.
I think Apollo is going to have an awesome entrance. Like there's going to be lots of drums going on. I think it'd be really cool.
I hope, because it's Big E, I hope that his entrance is actually like a drum game. So there's basically just lots of things that are playing to his music on screen. Andy, what about you? What do you think about this match?
Yeah, my prediction is Apollo Crews because he, like we said, I mean, I've watched him lose about 19 times in a row on SmackDown. I think Big E loses, Big E wins Money in the Bank, Big E challenges someone further down the line as a babyface rather than cashing it in on someone at an opportune moment. So I think, and Big E doesn't really lose anything by losing here. He's already proven that he's better than Apollo Crews several times. So, and I think because it's kind of, I guess it's Apollo's gimmick match that he's come up with, so he's got the advantage somehow.
So I think there's someone at the door for Laurie Blake there.
It'd be just like the Duchess of Queensberry rules with William Regal and Chris Jericho. Just like no idea what the rules of the match are. he just keeps mentioning new ones.
Oh, I like that idea. Actually, no, I don't like that idea. That works for comedy characters, not serious characters. Mr. Davis, do you have any thoughts you'd like to share on this match?
Well, this is probably the hardest one to say does change hands. I think Big E is very likely to hold the title by the end of this, just because look at what else SmackDown has done with Carmella. She gets a really cool she gets a new gimmick, and she goes for the title time after time after. And you're like, well, now's the time she's going to win. No, Sasha Banks just retains. I think that's what they could do with Big E as well. And Apollo doesn't even get his win. He just fizzles away.
Yeah, but then he might win.
But I'm going with Apollo.
Going with Apollo. Right, well, here is a big match. This match has been building the longest out of pretty much every match that's on this WrestleMania card. It is, of course, The Fiend versus Randall Keith Orton in, shockingly, not a gimmick match.
I thought
it is a straight one-on-one match. Absolutely baffling. It is not a Firefly Funhouse match. It is just a straight up wrestling match.
Has Lana and stuff versus the Nia Jax not been building longer?
Well, it depends if they win, Andy.
Oh God, yeah.
And I'd actually argue that they've been feuding with Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke longer because they beat them in October 1st. I think they've actually been feuding for the longest. But
having matches doesn't make a feud.
Adam, as a man who said the Firefly Funhouse match was his favoritist match of all time ever, are you upset that this is a straight up wrestling match?
Of course, like Randy Orton has been around like the longest of pretty much anyone on the roster. Like he has so much history and so much if anything, the mythology of Randy Orton has always been better than Randy Orton. No other person, like maybe short of Triple H or Vince or Undertaker, is a better candidate for a Funhouse match. It boggles my mind that they're not doing it. Fiend's gonna win, hopefully pinning Randy Orton in that sexy way that Alexa Bliss did.
And then his wife can be angry about it.
Joe's going to be
really going to be furious.
Laurie, what about you?
Please give me that living strip of bacon that is the Fiend to win, please.
Andrew?
Yeah,
Fiend has to win in like a minute. Although anything longer than that is really stupid. Because he's now, like you said, he's crispy Fiend now, so he's extra hard.
Crispy Fiend.
Do you reckon they could do like the Edge Orton match from last year and they'll go like 41 minutes?
Oh no!
Yeah. Go through the gym, yeah, all in the back, all the props come out. That'd be great.
What do you think Alexa's going to be doing? Just standing there?
Well, I mean, she's probably doing some telekinesis.
I imagine.
Hovering.
Making him throw some black stuff. You can transform.
Shark cage.
Oh God, what if she throws a fireball and it misses and it hits the Fiend and he turns around to an RKO?
Yeah, and also because he's got problems with fire now, probably. That'd be his one weakness. He'll be like, oh my God, yeah, I'm scared of it.
I think it will still be a Firefly Funhouse match. I think they'll have the live entrance for the crowd. I think they'll wrestle a bit in the ring and then they'll brawl somewhere else and Randy will open a door.
They could go through the ring. He could pull Randy through the ring into the Firefly Funhouse.
They probably need to have another match after this. So I don't think they'll destroy the ring.
I guess
they can fill it up.
They'll do what they do on NXT, and they'll have Randy go through the ring. They'll go, wow! And then they'll cut to an ad break, and then there'll be another match, and they'll go, oh, okay, well, we'll see what's up with them later.
It'll be fun to see how the commentators react to supernatural guffins.
Whoa!
I really hope
we've never seen anything like that.
I hope the Fiend gets to steal Kane's pyro now. Now that Kane has sort of gone into the Hall of Fame, and it's basically like the end of his Hall of Fame speech was sort of him just doing the pyro one last time. I hope that, like Mick Foley sort of passing along the mandible claw, he sort of relinquishes the pyro to the Fiend.
Do you reckon they can make his music even slower and even more kind of like hoarse voiced because it's smoky?
No, they just put like fire sound effects.
A live performance from Code Orange, my favorite band.
I
That
don't-
would be-
love
don't-
Code Orange,
I don't
you,
think that
Adam?
works with the Fiend, unfortunately.
Adam, do you want to say your Kane line one more time?
No, I
Oh,
don't.
man. I had a line. Beer52.com/WrestleTalk. Go and get some crowd beer on us.
I know when I'm being set up.
Adam, was it you? Did you block Mr. Davis?
I'll never tell. No.
Let's talk about the women's tag match. I haven't got a graphic for it at the moment, but it is Nia Jax Shayna Baszler versus one or two of these lots. Is a championship match. I'm coming to you first, Laurie.
I think Lana and Naomi going all the way, mate. I said earlier, bullies never prosper, and bullies will not prosper this night 2 of WrestleMania,
Especially
because
not at
Lana
WrestleMania.
will be stood on the steps Namor, and she will defeat Nia Jax or Shayna Baszler, one of the two in the ring. Probably Shayna, because she's slightly smaller and a bit easier to take on. But she'll pin one of them in the ring, and they'll be the champions, because who cares? It's the women's tag title.
What's Lana's finisher?
Well, hey,
Facey thing.
Is it the face thing?
She does a
It's
face
fun to
buster,
watch.
yeah.
Yeah. She just,
Or is it a kick?
does a
It's a
dance
kick
or
or a face buster. I don't know.
Yeah, she does
one
the
of the
X
two.
Factor, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I think did she
Yeah.
briefly do the accolade? Like when she was tagging with Rusev, she could tap out Nia Jax in the accolade.
sure.
Yeah, could do.
I-
If you want. Adam, do you think that's
if
going to
you
happen?
I don't think she's tall enough to do that.
Look, Lana has got her revenge on Nia, right?
Did
Like,
she?
Yeah, in the Rumble.
What happened at the Rumble?
She low bridged Nia, and Nia fell out.
Oh,
That
I
was sort of like
completely forgot about
Nia. She was originally supposed to get her final revenge in a tables match, right? But then she got bumped for Charlotte, and then she got her revenge at the Royal Rumble, which makes me think maybe it's Shayna and Nia Jax, because it's Shayna Baszler. Like, there's still some vestige of Shayna in there, please. But then again, nothing matters. Lol. So yeah, Lana Naomi, I guess.
Andy, what about you?
Lana and Naomi, again, going through. I think they've got to give Lana the win, and we all wanted them to do stuff with Naomi.
Are you tapping?
Tapping your mic against your crotch, and it looks really horrible, and it sounds worse.
Lana is going to win,
Some sort of sex plane that he's in.
and they wanted us.
Professional broadcaster.
We've
Oh
been
my
wanting them to
God.
do something with Naomi for a while, and they'll go, look, we gave her the tag belt as a kind of way to appease us. So Lana and Naomi. It's because of I have restless leg syndrome, and one of the legs was resting on my leg.
Laurie, please don't lose. Laurie,
He predicted to retain.
I know he did.
Watch the world
It's-
burn.
It's Ollie's fault. He got me this
I picked
laptop.
the rest of it. I picked very conservatively, so that was my one curveball.
Oh God.
Ollie, to get us back on track, you're heavily invested in the women's tag team title scene. Do you have any thoughts on this match? Or this tag
can't
team
remember who's in
turmoil
it.
or anything? No?
I can't remember who's in it. But flash
Andy
the
Rose.
graphic back up.
Yeah.
No, just try and do it
Yeah.
from memory.
Now take it off. Now take it off. It's already gone. I can't remember anyone on that poster.
They've actually put the same person in 4 times from right to left. From left to
Told
right,
me that?
sorry.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
agree. Titles change hands. I don't care. Jackson Baszler will win it back the next night.
I can see that.
Well, it is a hotly built feud up next. It's Asuka versus Rhea Ripley, a whole 2 weeks worth of build for WrestleMania. I suppose it's on night 2 to give it an extra day of build. You first, champion. Laurie, what say you?
I think this is just part of the reset that they have been waiting for. They didn't really want. They wanted to do all this stuff after WrestleMania. They've just moved it up. I think they're just going to go with Rhea, because they don't really care about Asuka as the champion, and that is a crying shame. But I think it'll be a good match. Rhea's
Adam?
also now sort of a heel, sort of.
I guess I
I
can't
think
remember a worse title run in recent memory. Not obviously for the sake of the talent involved, but like Asuka's run as Raw Women's Champion has been blood. I almost swore has been woeful. Awful.
Thanks for not.
Yeah, you're welcome. I kind of swore earlier in the stream, but I kind
Did you?
I tried to muffle it. I stretched it out so you couldn't really. So it made it really hard to bleep.
Man, I don't know if I've got enough Sonic sound effects to put over that.
No, I've gone for Rhea just because anything's better. She's debuted. People like Rhea. She did super well in the Rumble. She looks amazing. I think it could be a sleeper match of the night. And I think it's a shame Asuka deserves more, but no, Rhea for me, please. This is her brutality.
I think someone is saying in the chat as well that someone is either going to go, Asuka's either going to go 0-4 at WrestleMania, or Rhea's going to go 0-2 at WrestleMania. So
someone's O has got to stay.
The streak is going to have Heyman will get into the ring and be like, "Oh my god, the streak is over." Andy, what about you?
I'm just Morse code.
Yeah. What's I think, considering that literally everyone has been ready for Asuka in the last 8 months, or however long she's had the belt for, I think Rhea Ripley is going to win. Because why not?
Hey, do you know what else is why not? This is a great segue. The nearly 3,000 people that are watching this stream, and I would love for every single one of you, if you're in the UK, to go to beer52.com/WrestleTalk. Get yourself a free case of craft beer. Get them now. Order it now because it will be here in time for WrestleMania/Jamia. Just doing a quick update on the Just Giving. We're now at 5% already, Davis. 5%. Still got days to go, mate.
It's not going to happen.
Oh, I'm getting all that hair. You know that hair that's on your gooch?
Wait,
I'm
what?
getting it. The hair that's on your arm, I'm getting it. What's that?
You're getting the hair? Are you getting the hair?
I'm getting the hair.
Are you going
to pop it on your head?
Well, it's about time, isn't it? You know, just...
If you get his gooch,
well, like when Homer gets snake's hair.
If you get his gooch and his pubes, I don't know. What are we going to do with those?
I'll put them on my gooch.
Nan's piped up in the corner.
It's going to be very salt and pepper.
What's
a gooch?
please find some way of affixing it to your own head.
I don't think
that's going to work. When I used to have long hair, I used to have hair that was down to like my chest, and my friend cut it off. Like I had a ponytail, and he just cut it off. He used to run a toy shop, and he tried to sell it in a toy cabinet. He just put it in there and advertised it as Steven Seagal's ponytail. No one bought it. It stayed there for months.
I don't think people know what a gooch is in America, isn't it? It's a taint, isn't it?
Are you still on that, Andy?
Because I like Ollie's gooch.
What?
Our champion, Laurie, because of your frivolous Bobby Lashley.
He's not our champion. I'm the champion.
Laurie is our champion.
I still
Laurie
will be.
is our
I'm not champion because Luke comes to me last every time. It's fine.
Andy, you're not. Night 2 is Adam's thing. I kept coming to you. Right, children.
It could be mine too.
The main event. It's the main event of Night 2. It's Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns versus Edge for the Blue Universal Champion. Andy, I'll come to you first. What do you think?
Oh, can you give me a moment to
Laurie,
mull it over? Can you go to Adam first?
Laurie, you're the champion. What do you say?
Oh, this is the really hard one to pick. I don't think anything. I think Daniel Bryan. I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan. He tapped out Roman Reigns. Edge is turning slightly heel in annoyance. This is the time for Daniel Bryan. I just want to believe.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've got Bryan to win too. I would love it to be Daniel Bryan in all of this. Adam, what about you, mate?
The question is, why is it a triple threat? And it's a triple threat so Roman can lose a title without getting pinned, which means it's either D-Bry or Edge. And I have gone for the rated R superstar Edge. I think he's going to take it.
Ollie, what do you think?
Yeah, I've gone for Edge too. Of course, title's got to change hands. I was fancy booking with someone in our Discord earlier that Brock Lesnar makes his return, costs Roman the match, And that's how Edge spears Bryan while they're still in the ring. And then you've got two really good feuds spinning out of WrestleMania. Brock versus Roman over the affections of Paul Heyman. And Edge, a heel Edge champion with Daniel Bryan chasing.
Yeah, I mean, the more I think about it, the more I think it is Edge. But I just want to believe it's Bryan again. I just want to... The Miracle on Bourbon Street, or whatever street they're on this time round, just happens again. Tampa Street.
Laurie Blake betting with
Tampa
his
Street,
feelings, not his head.
I know.
Andrew Datson.
Edge.
Excellent insight.
Great.
You took that long. I guess it's hard to think over the sound of your laptop.
Hey, all right. We're actually going to spend. Can we start crowdfunding for my new laptop then? Because if it's so annoying for everyone.
Andy, we've got a lot of links being posted already. I'm not posting up a fourth link for you to get a new laptop.
Ollie, can have a new laptop.
So, Ollie, do you want to say one last thing about our point versus hair match that's happening at WrestleJamia? The money is rolling in. That hair is coming off your head, mate.
Well, what's that? What's that? From Manscaped? Man, I'm just hearing from Manscaped that everyone who donates £20 or more will be entered into a prize draw to win 2 Perfect Package 3.0 kits if you live in an area that they ship to. Damn you, Manscaped. Damn you, Beer 52, for fueling my hair possibly being shaved off. It's not going to happen, though, because I don't believe in the good nature of all of the SWAF Nation. I think you're cheapskates. I think you don't care about charity. But if you think you can have a go over to justgiving.com/fundraising/WrestleJamia. Links in the chat. And if we get to £10,000, I'll shave my hair. But it's not going to happen. I'm going to win.
What unusual parts of your body can you shave
Hold on, Andy. Shout out to our mods who are posting that link in the chat. Wonderful, wonderful moderation team. Andy, I believe you had something you wanted to add.
No, I was going to ask Ollie, what parts of your body can you shave with Manscaped?
Get away from my gooch, man. What's wrong with you?
Ollie's taint.
It's perineum. What other words has it got?
Oh, Andy, you're so weird. It's going to be such a weird title reign.
Yeah.
No, but is it going to be a title
this
reign?
non-title reign?
Hey,
Is it going to be
I
a title
think
reign? It is Laurie versus Andy for the Jam, that championship on night one with those champions. Whoever walks out night one as the champion will face Adam Jampier for the title on night 2.
I think I'm quite fabulous, actually.
Well, let's get through some more of your super chat. Although that was an excellent segue, Andy. I'm sorry I had to trample over it. We'll try that again once I've done these hyper chats.
You can put yourself over later,
someone,
Andy. It's all right.
someone insult me just when Luke finishes this, and I'll do it again.
Okay.
I hate Solomon Grundy says, was sad that I can't get Beer 52 in Australia last time they sponsored the show. So I got my mate who moved to Manchester earlier this year. He got the Melbourne box. So it was very, very nice. RP Deegan, you're all mad if you think Lana and Naomi are winning the tag titles. Bayley has more of a chance than those two. She's not even in the match. They've never seen them as more than a pair of dancing girls, and that's a shame. They do love their TikTok. Also got to give a shout out to Alex McCarthy of Wrestling Daily, who's just done an interview with Bayley where she has said, I've been pitching storylines for months for WrestleMania, and I'm just not on the card. Also, not injured, just haven't wrestled since February. Don't know what to tell you. Ben Greenwood, great, isn't it? Carry the company on your back for the summer while the company's in a pandemic, so you get rewarded. Ben Greenwood says, I know these times are different right now, but this is the worst build to WrestleMania ever. Do you think it is? I don't think I felt this deflated heading into a WrestleMania. Undoubtedly, there will be some cracking matches on the night, but so many mistakes in the run-up. So we had this question on yesterday's Raw stream, so I'll have a quick sort of roundtable on this. Adam, do you think this is the worst booked WrestleMania of all time?
No. 31 was worse. 31 was so much worse because it was so much more toxic. This is just like, I don't care about this. Like, it's very apathetic because we've had a year of pandemic wrestling, so people don't really care. I get that. But people actively hated the build to WrestleMania 31. It ended with Roman and Brock having a tug of war over the title. Never forget that. 31 was worse.
Laurie?
I think this is fab on paper, but it has been delivered terribly. Like a lot of these matches are great. They've just managed to. Yes, it's fab, Ollie Davis. It's fab, and they've.
It's fab. You sound like my mum.
It's wonderful, darling.
I think it's fabulous.
Yeah. Again, and not the time, Andy.
It's not the time, Andy.
Not now, Datson. No, I just think it's. I just think they've managed to somehow make a build that makes you apathetic towards what I actually want to see from a WrestleMania. Weirdly,
Andrew Datson.
I don't know whether it's just because I've been paying a lot more attention to it than I have in previous years. But I don't. The matches are cool, but the build has been. There's been one well-built match, and that's the Roman match.
Bacon Rash says, "Hi again, lads. Here's one for you. From the current AEW storylines, can you pick a match that you would put on this WrestleMania card? Thanks for making WrestleMania watchable this year. So glad we have the streams to get us through. When are the OFE shirts available?" Excuse me, jam that jam. Ollie Davis, when are they available?
I don't know. We'll look into that. Well, maybe that's our post-WrestleMania thing.
We hear you. Keep watching.
Yeah. Also, since when have we made it watchable? So far, we've had Andy banging a mic and inside a wind turbine.
And talking about my gooch.
And talking about Ollie's gooch.
Oh, we're talking about Ollie's gooch again?
Ollie,
I don't know what AEW match. I don't really understand the question. Like, do you want a feud that's sort of fitting this WrestleMania build level?
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
Oh, I either just pick a feud that could go onto a WrestleMania card.
Well, any of the feuds, really, at the moment, that AEW do. Like, the standard of WrestleMania these days, you could put a TV feud on there. But in terms of, like, what feud has been strung out long enough, I guess, like, stuff you weren't really excited for on Dynamite, but ended up having a good match, like the Best Friends versus Best Men, that could have gone on this WrestleMania.
Peter Mullins said, "Shane called a man dumb. Cage match. Randy literally murders a man. No stipulation. I swear, if you start with a collar and elbow tie-up, I'm done. What do we reckon about the probability of projected worms? Hashtag no smooth Davis. Hashtag stop donating. Hashtag oh no, I'm donating."
I think it'll actually be quite inspired and meta if they do a projections gimmick. Because it will be just like that's Bray's character now. He references bad stuff he was booked to do in the past.
For a second, then I thought you said it's going to be really inspired and meta if they do a collar and elbow tie up at the start of this.
Do that as well.
Ben Crosley, Randy Orton versus The Fiend to be the opposite of their Mania match from a few years ago. Starts in the ring, ends in the Firefly Funhouse, leading to them revisiting their shared history and Orton with his own. Kevin says, "Okay, I get it. Fiend will have projections of flaming bugs on the mat, then flaming Funhouse puppets, then a flaming Alexa Bliss. It all makes sense. Ooh, spooky maggots." Brett J. Rasmussen says, "Could you guys please put up Andy's amazing cover of Carmella's theme along with Pete's cover of Billy Gunn's Ass Man as separate videos, just like you did with Andy's fantastic cover of Kelly's theme? Prepare to lose your hair, David." Do you mean this one?
I'm an ass man.
Oh, it's so good.
As Pete would say, hate that.
Hate that.
Hate that.
Peter Munners,
Hate that.
"Don't discount the Davis Owen hair transplant. My housemate shaved his beard and a Finnish man bought it to add to his model spider collection. All I'm saying is anything's possible. That in the world is a dark and awful place. Beard that spider."
That is also a great elevator pitch for a horror film.
Ooh, spooky maggots.
Did he specify?
Made of hair.
I like the idea that he specified why he was buying the hair. Like, at what point does that happen?
I'm not a creep. I'm just making a series of spiders. I'm not a weirdo. I'm just not a creep.
Save the hair is the point that we're trying to make here. Just put it in a Ziploc bag. We'll find something to do with it.
Yeah.
It's not coming off. Though.
I mean, it is. Jonathan
Wrestling
Slavic.
League gets tarred and feathered with Ollie's hair.
For Fiend versus Orton, "I'll start as a regular match. The lights cut out. They'll hide under the ring or something, then appear in the funhouse and end the match in the ring." Nicholas Lama says, "Roman retains. Edge and Bryan are there in their corners preparing their finishes. Edge hits a spear. Roman quick tosses him out the ring and then pins Daniel Bryan." And lastly, the Decadane, "I feel it's been a flat build to Mania, but hopefully the show at the weekend will be good. who do you think will have the best entrance over the 2 nights? I'm predicting Triple H.
I was going to say Triple H.
Fiend, surely.
Fiend, surely, yeah.
Fiend. Apollo's going to be cool as well, I think.
Seth might do something fun. He might have a really nice suit.
Laurie, what about you?
I think Fiend. But
I'm an ass man.
Sorry, I thought you were done, mate.
It's the look in his eye. It's the look.
A look over his shoulder. Did I do well, Mr. Davis?
Can I keep my job now?
Right. Well, that is all we've got time for this. Coming up this Sunday. Yes, Mr. Davis.
Isn't there one more match you have to sort of talk about?
Is there one more match to talk about?
One of our matches?
We've got a night 2 thing going on.
Yeah. No, we said we weren't going to do that on this. We were going to wait until the thing came out, so it was too much to promote already.
Boom.
Cool.
Ooh, tease.
Easy dismount that. No worries.
Easy. Oh,
Perfect.
love it.
Nailed it.
Smooth,
10.
like smooth Davis will be this coming Sunday because we are now over the 5% mark. £500 has already been donated in an hour of this going up. £500, Mr. Davis. We're basically there. That hair is coming off your head.
Hate it.
Hate that.
Hate that.
So, yes, of course, this coming Sunday, it is WrestleJamia. It may be WrestleMania, but we're all talking about WrestleJamia, of course. It is going to be Laurie Blake versus Andy Datson on night 1 for the Jam, that championship. And then on night 2, whoever is that champion will face Adam Blompier for that same title. And, of course, it is the points versus hair match, me versus Mr. Davis. Andy, I think you'd smell, mate.
Oh, Luke, I think I am fabulous.
Beer52.com/WrestleTalk. Go and get your free case of craft beer, UK viewers. Rich, you may now roll tape.
F-A-B-U-L-O U-S, diamonds on my neck. Yes, I'm fabulous. They keep hating me. I don't stress. Don't got time for this, 'cause I'm fabulous. Peach. Big hair and high heels.
And a fur jacket.
Style so fresh.
You wishing you could jack it.
Ain't nobody else
Got money like this.
Diamonds on my neck. And a leather print.
Fresh money paddy.
And designer brand.
Got a necklace so big.
I could hardly stand. Everybody knows that I am fabulous. And I'm the baddest chick around. Try to step to this, come on. F-A-B-U-L-O-U-S, yes, diamonds on my neck. Yes, I'm fabulous. They keep hating on me.
I don't stress.
Don't got time for this.
'Cause I'm
haters go burr. If I was you, I would be jealous too. The queen with the crown, make them fellas drool. I am fabulous.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I put a lot of work into that, and it's so great that this is the most praised I've ever been by the fans. So that's
I don't know about that. I had a text message from my friend during that said someone in the chat called you the butters of WrestleTalk. So I think that's the biggest bit of praise you'll ever get.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
And if you're wondering why Andy sang that song like El Divo, it's because he lost Wrestle League. And if you want to see who's going to lose Wrestle League next, why don't you join Wrestle League over at patreon.com/WrestleTalk, because the new season starts this weekend with WrestleMania. It's the perfect time to get involved. Patreon.com/WrestleTalk. All the information is on there. But that is all we've got time for on this episode of the prediction stream. Please do, of course, go to our sponsor, beer52.com/WrestleTalk, and get yourself a free case of craft beer if you're from the United Kingdom. I've been Luke Cohen. That has been Night 1 challenger Andy Datson, Night 2 challenger Adam Blompier, our Jam That champion Laurie Blake, and the man who will be getting shaved bald, Mr. Davis. Jam that jam, everyone. Andy, fist me, man. Fist me the other way. No, the other way, Andy. That's it. Yep, fist me, bro. That's the one. You can now end the stream, please.
Keep your arm up, Adam.
Come on, Adam.
Keep
Get
your arm
involved
up.
with the gimmick, mate.